man, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the Ice Wall, baby. We got some slight news of who's going to the Super Bowl. Come on. Cowboys. This topic matter. How far off are they from the Patriots and the Seahawks? How far off are they? And as this room fill up, I know it's better to be late than never. But if you are tuning in at this point in time, let me know where you're from. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on. It's better. 5, 4, 3, 2, and all right. So, how far off are the Cowboys? How far off are they collectively speaking? When we look at this and we say to ourselves, man, the Cowboys, man, if we got one job to do, that would be not to mess this up. Now, there are some things as relates to reporting on of what we can say a little bit about the Seattle Seahawks and a little bit about the LA Rams team. Of course, they didn't make it. It's just the Seahawks now. Is that both of those teams collectively had defense, and I'm talking about good defense, and offense, right? But if we talking about just a window purely of an opportunity, the Cowboys dropped the ball. I mean, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here, but I'm just saying, they dropped the ball.
Dread it, run from it.
Yeah,
destiny arrives all the same.
And now
it's here.
It is absolutely.
What should I say?
Here.
I am.
Now, last season, I don't think that the Seattle Seahawks were like this juggernaut of a team, if I'm not mistaken, right? And last season, if I'm not mistaken, the Patriots, they were so far off last season. They were 4-13 or what have you. And now what a difference a coach make. They fool around and get Mike Vrabel. And I know both of those coaches there, they're getting paid more money than what we can see far as what the Cowboys are accustomed to paying. And if we're not going to make this a money game, but to make it a money game, Mike Vrabel is making anywhere between $13 to $14 million a year. And Sean McDermott, but the McDonald kid over there in Seattle land is making right at roughly 10 to about 13 million himself. So the Cowboys are paying Schottenheimer a big lump sum of salary of $4.5 million. Now, I'm not talking about the money, but how far off is Schottenheimer is from them. And then we got to talk about their structure of GMs and ownerships and who allowed things to happen. But it is for what it is. At this point, let's bring up for what was said previously this season, and it was said by a guy by the name of DeMarcus Lawrence. He said Dallas is his home, and we're going to get right to it. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. Let me know if the audio is straight. Want to make sure we got no crazy audio here. And I know most of you guys already heard or been a chance to hear this, but let's listen to it. again?
I made my home there. My family lives there. I'm forever going to be there. But, I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. So, yeah. Yeah.
That's DeMarcus Lawrence, man. All right, so he was the off-season acquisition for the Seattle Seahawks. Not to say that he was the end-all, be-all for that game tonight, but he did. He was in the backfield multiple times. I saw him force the fumble, although it was a face mask a little bit in there, but he forced the fumble. One play, he had a tackle for loss down in the backfield. One play, he got trucked a little bit, I believe, from Stafford, and he was able to get the first down. But one thing I can tell you, man, it's been many a moons since we've seen our team going to something like this, the Super Bowl, right? They don't even have the same format anymore. It's been that long. But not to beat us up, this is a genuine question, though. And we are live. Shout out to you, Davies. Appreciate you. I hope all is well. And I hope all of you guys are staying warm. And I hope that you guys got food on the table and y'all have enough bread and milk. Because that's what everybody was buying from the stores, and tissues and stuff like that. So I hope all is well with y'all. Didn't know what the owner sounds like for Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, I believe you, man. Yeah, we don't even know what the owners sound like. We don't know what the general manager look like, the sons or the daughters, the side ladies or pieces that they have there. We don't know nothing about both of these organizations. Now the Patriots, we know Kraft because he's been there so much, and you can hear in the voice of Tom Brady saying, damn, I could have me another ring. That's what Tom Brady was saying today, because when you look at the Seattle Seahawks, the way that they were moving the ball, it was kind of like suspect. But that JSN, man, Jackson Smith and Jigba, that JSN is a crazy beast of an animal. Then you had Cup, and then you got the running game. So they fully loaded, right, on that aspect. So Donald got in there, and he was just able to put it on cruise control. Let's just not wreck the Ferrari type of thing, right? And on the other side, the flip side, the defense, they coming at you in different type of ways, whether it's somebody like the rookie who literally, I thought it was more than one of them. I can't even say his name right now. And he was flying all over the field. And then you got Tyreek Woolen, who made an epic mistake, but I'm quite sure he's glad that they came out with the dub. And he's on the chopping blocks for this free agency, and you can tell by the back and forthness between the two, he might not make it for next season. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of those things where you're going to sit back and say to yourself, we can envision a world of Siobhan Revel on one side, Bland inside, and Woolen on the other side, and still go into this draft. That doesn't mean that you don't have to draft Mansour Delane, or you can have a situation whereas you can have a Caleb Downs here, and now you got all of that. It is for what it is. Kraft also got caught up in the rub and and swept that under the rug real quickly. Yeah. I mean. Kraft is just as Kraft is crafty. That's all I can say.
Artie Morris, $5. How far off? A whole defense and actually shopping in free agency instead of staying in the closeout section thinking everything will be diamonds.
That's how far off we are. So offensively speaking, we right there, right? Offensively speaking, we right there. You're right. At some point, we can change it right now this offseason. What I'm hoping for, what I'm banking on, is what I'm absolutely banking on will be for the Patriots to win the Super Bowl, because it will be eye-opener for Jerry Jones and them, right? But it's also, I'm hoping for and banking on, it doesn't matter if the Seattle Seahawks can win the Super Bowl, because it can speak volumes of, hey, This was a team that wasn't afraid to go out there and make sure they get the right and proper coach for their organization and franchise. On top of that, they made some necessary moves in free agency. They are built right from the interior on out. You know, they drafted pretty well. They didn't worry about playing politics on certain things. They even played some guys that you would say to yourself questionable. They went and drafted a running back even though they already still had a running back. Right now, people are literally saying, hey, we don't even have Javonte Williams under contract, but there's people literally saying, look, let's not pick up a Jeremiah Love because we got Javonte Williams. I'm sitting there like, hey, wait a minute, pump the brakes. We got to pay him first, and then we got to hope that he can continue to have the kind of caliber season that he had for that one-off, right? And what I'm saying is we don't need to fight amongst ourselves, but we need to be wide earth open to know that you don't go into this draft on an empty stomach, because then you start reaching for players. You start reaching for players, right? You know, and it's terrible. As terrible as this defense is, I'm not saying that this particular draft can have a Randy Moss type of wide receiver and they fall to the 12th spot and you sitting there saying, well, we need more help on defense, right? And you passed up a generationally talented offensive weapon. So what I'm trying to get at is that where we are at going into this draft, if we don't make the necessary movements, we will go into this draft reaching, right? So the necessary movement will be for the Cowboys to ultimately make sure they do something in free agency. Yeah. Johnny says Jeremiah Love isn't worth the first-round draft pick. Well, what I'm saying is collectively, you don't want to put yourself in that position to say that anybody's worth the first-round draft pick since you're picking with the 12th overall pick, because you want to make sure that you are going into this free agency and you solidifying some of the things that you ultimately need so that you do not go into the draft looking for needs versus the wants and all of those things is what I'm trying to say. So it is for what it is. We are way off, Law. This is from my guy Mod. Man, I feel you. This team is so far off. Let's look into this. Let's look into this right quick of where we are at. And sometimes people need something visible to see. All right, so we're going to go pull this up, and I hope that you guys can see it. If not, squint your eyes to see. All right, so the team, offensively speaking, 9th in the National Football League, right? And in some categories, they were ranked first and a whole bunch of other stuff. But they kind of teeter off down the stretch. They are ranked 9th in the offense according to PFF. And they were ranked 28th in the defensive category, right? And it was terrible, right, far as this entire season. Let's look at the Patriots from this particular season. They were ranked 3rd on offense, 11th on defense, and that is for what they were during the regular season. They had a 14-3 record. They had a second-year quarterback. I believe he's a second-year, right, Drake May? A second-year quarterback. They went and got a veteran wide receiver, Stephon Diggs. They made some movements around on defense. They brought in some veteran guy, Milton. He was from the Eagles camp or what have you. And they brought in a coach who pretty much cut his teeth over there in New England and got multiple Super Bowls there as a player. So now that you got the framework, you got disciplinarian, you got a willing to the front office to understand the game plan, and it ultimately worked. Now, if we look back at the game of what happened, we can clearly say, man, defense win championships, right? When you hold a team that was 14-3, and I know they had a backup quarterback, but overall, when you hold a team to 7 points, you know that there's had to be some defense involved, right? Boy, teams would score that when they touched the ball twice on us, right? And they'll score more than that. They would have 14 to 20 points on us when they touched the ball 3 times, right? And that's how it looked like for the most of the season. But when we look at everything, we can all say that defense, man, it is the nature of this game. And then if you look at it from this other game, from what we just witnessed a few seconds ago, you got to say to yourself, all right, cool. 27-31. These guys play each other. They're in the same division, right? So these divisional foes, man, they know each other. They understand. And the thing is, this was a game that was a chess match, one-on-one. You saw it. You got a chance to see it. It was a situation whereas it was the greatest minds, it felt like, going against each other. So when we start to think about Matthew Stafford and Sam Darnold, both of those boys were throwing the ball all over the field, but still ultimately it was defense that helped them surpass everything. And the one thing that the Seattle Seahawks had that the Rams didn't have, and they fought for it and they won for it, was that home field advantage. Being able to have that 12th man and the fans and everybody being so involved in the game. I'm sitting here like, we don't get that opportunity here, man. We cross our legs and eat wine and cheese at the game, man. And they definitely don't be playing any hype music, you know. It just be some Garth Brooks, some Keith. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to beat up the country flow, but I don't think that they play enough to adapt with the culture and all of that over here in Dallas. But that's a whole nother conversation, man. At least give us some Mo 3 or something, man. Sure. Give us some new Dallas. Go give us some raps or something like that. Get these boys up and crunk, but that's a whole nother conversation, right? Neither here nor there. We saw special teams play. We saw a complete team out there. And what the Seattle Seahawks look like, second overall in the National Football League, fourth in offense, fourth in defense. That is a well-balanced team. If you have some money, if you can find some money in Grandma and them couch, call up Pookie and Ray Ray. Get some dollars, man. Where them dollars at? Where them dollars at? You better go and grab some money. And I'm just saying, put some of that money that you finna see in a couple of weeks, Seattle Seahawks versus New England Patriots, you can probably say to yourself, if the defense is defensing and Drake May is draking, you may see the Seattle Seahawks winning it ultimately because of the time zone that they're going to play at. It's a West Coast team playing at San Francisco, so they are very much so familiar with the terrain. And you got another team that's an East Coast team. They got to fly all the way to the west side. Shoot. I'm telling y'all, it's about to be a situation, unless Drake May and Mike Vrabel can come together with a great game plan, unless they can get one of those things of Sam Darnold seeing ghost again. It's going to be a situation, dog. It's going to be a situation. And I do not believe in the hearts of hearts that the Patriots, and I like the Patriots, man. I like the Patriots. But I just don't believe in the hearts of hearts that they will be able to get things going, man. But shout out to them. It's far away, man. Yeah. All right, so y'all are saying that we are far away. Man, but let me tell you something that's not far away.
The #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
No doubt. And download Sleeper using promo code LAW. And with that being said, you know, when you download the Sleeper, $20 from me to you is added to your beautiful account. On top of that, if you put $100 in, they'll match up to that $100. And I'm saying that, you know, somebody said that, you know, also their quarterback didn't throw the ball away and these sorts of things. Okay, hey. You know what? You know, this year I'm not fighting nobody. If y'all believe Sam Darnold is better than Dak Prescott, you right. If y'all believe Stafford is better than Dak Prescott, guess what? Hey, you right. Jeff Stidham, how you say that kid's name for the Denver Broncos? If you believe that Jared Stidham, or however you say that kid's name, is better than Dak, hey, y'all have at it. Drake May, if y'all believe that he's better than Dak Prescott, hey, have at it, man. All of those quarterbacks who made it to the NFC and the AFC championship game, they better than Dak Prescott. Yes, Dak would have wet the bed, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So all of those guys, I said, man, you know what? It's 2026, and if people still believe that the quarterback here wouldn't have been as successful in another situation, another uniform, hey, you're right. I'm not finna go back and forth with y'all this year. So y'all ain't gonna get no argument out of me. I'm gonna make all of y'all the right ones and say to yourself, okay, yeah, because I've seen Stafford dealing today, and I've seen Sam Darnold. He was dealing today. At the same time, I saw defensing today, and if you could take one of those games, any of them four teams that was playing, any of them, you can put them out there and say, we haven't seen in the last 10 years our defense playing anything like that. I can raise it to a point and say the last 15 years, maybe the last 20, maybe I could go all the way back to when our defense was looking like that. The year we probably beat the Buccaneers, that was the only time I saw our defense was really doing something like that in the postseason. But I haven't really seen our defensing in the postseason like any of those four teams in a minute, right? And I'm just being real, man. I get it. It would be nice to have a game like a 10-7 type of game and the defense and like that. I can't believe D-Law going to the Super Bowl. Yup. Hey, I guess he ain't tired now. I guess they've worked something out with him, I guess they did work something out with him. And the way, it's the small things, too. It's the real small things. The small things would be how they come down and hit. I saw in the Rams, even though they lost, there was a guy named Kitchens. I haven't seen a single player like that on the Cowboys just come down and hit. Like, we literally had something similar like that. It was in a playoff game versus the Packers 2016, I believe. Was it Jeff Heath? Or was it Orlando Scandrick? And we were all saying, hey, how in the hell did Aaron Rodgers still head on to that ball? Who remember that, right? He came straight through the middle, and he was like, ah. And we were like, how's that not a fumble? He just palmed the ball, and the ball never shook, rattled at all. And we were sitting like, I don't know if it was Jeff Heath. It could have been Orlando Scandrick in 2016 in the postseason game. And it was I think it was a cornerback blitz or something like that. It was crazy. Kitchen low-key cost the Rams the game as well. Yeah, he did, over aggressiveness and his bonehead. But that JSN too, man, it's just crazy. Like, even the ball was thrown so far away, he was still able to bring up and catch it. It's crazy. But with that being said, that's just how it goes, Cowboys Nation. That's how it goes. We got close to 200 folks in here. Let's talk about some guys that we can look at in the Shriner Bowl, and then we're going to talk about what Troy Aikman said on a quick excerpt.
Prospects to watch in the Shrine Bowl. Brian, you're working this bad boy Tuesday night?
I am. I'm calling the game.
Damani Jackson, cornerback from Bama, former 5-star prospect out of high school, spent his first 2 seasons at USC, transferred to Bama. You scouted him yet?
Yeah, I tell you, matter of fact, he's a guy. Dane gave me some guys. He should not be a guy that's he should have been a first-round player that we should have been talking about by the way he plays.
His freshman year, he was unbelievable.
Freshman year, like he was going to be the number 1 pick in the draft.
It was just a total misuse Jack.
It was the defensive tackle. I'm just going to say it, Damani Jackson, and Florida State defensive tackle Darrell Jackson. Those are the guys that in this Shriner Bowl that you're gonna want to take a real good look at. Shout out to Brian Broaddus for being able to call the play on that game. We will be looking forward and toward that particular game as well. Hopefully, there can be something that can happen for us in the good.
Defense in these championship games, and New England's is as good as anybody's. I mean, they are really talented. And speaking of Houston, it's a shame, as good as that defense, especially in the postseason, was, that it wasn't enough because of the mistakes, like you mentioned, offensively.
The Bo Nix injury is so unfortunate for him and for the Broncos. What do you expect out of Jarrett Stidham this week, and what's going through his mind this week?
You know, it's an interesting point that it wasn't enough because of the mistakes. Like he was about as relaxed. Not that every backup is able to step in well to keep him from.
I'm trying to fast forward a little bit,
putting ball in harm's way, and lean on their own defense as well, because that's a really good group. But I do expect him to come out, and if they lose, I don't expect him to be the reason why they do.
On the other side, the quarterback position, Matthew Stafford is back in a championship game. Sam Darnold is trying to get to a Super Bowl. That would be quite a story. I wanted to talk about last week and Caleb Williams, who made some spectacular plays for the Bears, and they didn't get there. Earlier in the show, we played
Hold on. Before we go any further into this, I appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. Let me, because I haven't heard the interview, and it's about 20 minutes long, and, I don't want to keep y'all up all night. So we're going to just rewind to that on the morning show tomorrow. There's one thing that I wanted to pull up to mention. Oh, Jonathan Gannon. He's gone to Green Bay, right? I didn't give y'all that update. All right. And the other deal was the Giants. I heard my guy Bad Dog, he was kind of upset about something, and I was wondering what was it, and it was like the Giants, they went and grabbed their defensive coordinator. He was formerly the DC for I want to say the Titans, right? And his name is Denard Wilson. I guess Denard Wilson. So I don't know what that's going to look like far as the defense. I pulled up the Titans defense. They were ranked 19th last season, and that can neither be here nor there, but they gave up a lot of points, so they're ranked 28th in points allowed. So I don't know if Harbaugh going to coach the coaches there. If y'all can let me know of the philosophy and principle of that, I think that the Giants probably could have waited a little bit longer to got Leonard instead. I don't know. But I think Jim Leonard may be back on the Denver Broncos. If not, a team could still reach out to him. But it seems as if, though, the Cowboys made our choice out of CP, right, Christian Parker. The Giants that made their choice. The Green Bay Packers that also made their choices of particular coaches for the DC. Right now, it appears for me to just be a little petty with the Eagles just a little bit. It appears that a lot of folks, a lot of individuals don't want to be the OC for the Eagles, right? They don't want to deal with the Eagles tush and the push mess. A.J. Brown, a for sure premium Pro Bowler, reading books on the sidelines, not being able to get the ball, dropping the ball when he is given the opportunity to catch the ball, right? And people calling Hurts this and that. Hurts is a real good guy off the field, and all of this good stuff, and it's just hard for anybody to go into that Eagles mess and sully themselves. Even though if you coach for the Eagles 1 or 2 years, and if you do anything decent, you at least get a head coaching job or a DC or OC job somewhere, right? It's crazy. Should have waited for Leonard. This is from Chris Blunt. You could still not rule out Leonard, right? If Jerry Jones is if Jerry Jones really the billionaire that he say he is, and nothing can stop him as far as the money and the remunerations that he can accumulate, then he can say, hey, Jim Leonard, I want you to be my passing game coordinator, work with Christian Parker, right? There'll be a force move, right? But we just never know. Maybe CP went in there and dominated the interview. Those are things that you can do, especially when this segment is brought to you by Fanatic Live. You can dominate things with trading cards and beyond. And being even a novice in the game, you can always flip around and judge it from other things. We got AI intelligent that can help you out over here. And on top of that, with Fanatic Live, the card, the authentic version that it is, hey, it don't take much. It don't take a rocket scientist. Look, I got a Reggie Jackson card. I'm still holding it. You don't have to move on from it. 3 positions you can move. You can buy, sell, or just stay put. And with that being said, it's just like the stock market. You can buy, sell, or stay put. You don't have to move at all. So all I can say is with Fanatic Live, to check out the information in the description box below, baby, and get things going the best way possible by using LAW as your code of choice. Jerry Jones said in the chat, I can make Leonard a passing game coordinator. Yeah, see, it's just the element of smooth surprise when you do that. Yes, indeed. Shout out to y'all, man. Paul says, shout out to Law for the late night. I can't say the rest of it at the end. I'm selling an MJ on the 87 Fleer. Okay. Appreciate you, No Face Cowboy. Appreciate you. I have a notebook full of football cards, man. Well, come on in, man, and join the Fanatic Live. And when you click that link in the description box, let them know who sent you. That's all you got to do. You don't have to take a rocket scientist. But with that being said, I'm just thinking overall, we see with our natural eyes the Patriots turn this over just like that. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. I may just be that crazy fool. I may just be that nut that everybody say, man, every year these Cowboy fans like Law Nation, they're a sucker for pain, right? They love this pain and all of this stuff. All I can say is with everything, you fix this defense. Now you get the wheels and the motion going. And as much as people talk about the offense, we know for damn sure that Jerry Jones himself, hey, Jerry, what you going to say? What's your point? Yeah, Jerry. Come on with it, man. Where you at, dog? Where you at? Jerry, where you at?
What's your point? What's your point?
Yeah. What's your point? Is that we had to intervene, to step in, to block the Eagles from sullying and denigrating. What Jerry should have done is still send Clayton Adams down that way and interview them. Interview those boys. Make sure that you get anything and everything that they trying to say, and we use it against them. Trojan horse them things, That's what I would have done, These defenses are how you win Super Bowls. This from the 10-19. You're right. Jerry, what's your thoughts on CP? And let us know how you feel about everything.
The Cowboys have a new defensive coordinator. His name is Christian Parker, hired from the Philadelphia Eagles, where he was their passing game coordinator and defensive backs coach. And joining us now on the Ticket Hotline to talk about this hire is the Cowboys owner and GM, Jerry Jones. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to George sitting over there doing this whole George thing. And it's your favorite GM, Jerry Jones.
Yes. Morning.
Favorite GM. Did you guys hear? I hired a valet guy at a mega church.
What?
Christian Parker. I hired Christian Parker, and I think that even that name will appeal to all the religious fans out there.
Well, okay.
Now, he is from Philadelphia, so I don't know how Christian you can really be from that place. But hey, looky here. I hired a defensive coordinator, and if you read the papers and listen to what they saying on the radio.
Hey, wait a minute now, Jerry. You said that. Wait a minute, Jerry. I had to. Wait a minute, Jerry. You know, you said you had your what? Wait a minute. Y'all playing too much over there. Hey, wait a minute. Mess my frame up and everything. All right, wait.
On the TVs. Everybody likes him. Everybody likes his hire.
Yeah.
Very popular.
Yeah.
It's a popular hire.
Did you really make it?
No, Stephen told me what to do. But, no, I did. I made it. I know what the hell I'm doing.
Okay.
Hell, I'm your favorite GM. Don't you know that? I'm now forever after known as the man who hired Christian Parker. He's perfect. He's young. I wanted to do that. I didn't want to get one of these, 50, 60, 70-year-old coaches that are out there. So we went with youth.
Yeah, let me let your cousin jump in.
Oh, look at my African-American over here.
Exactly 1/3 of my numerical age.
Just about.
But he's the same as my biological age.
Is he?
Yes, he is. Through a series of organ transplants and adrenochrome infusions and a steady diet of younger sexual partners, I'm biologically only 34 years old.
Oh, my gosh. I guess you do have some young parts.
Oh, my
so
God.
He and I see things a lot the same way. We identify. And I don't know if you noticed, but I went with a black man of color.
Yes.
He is very diverse. He is very diverse.
Okay.
And I
That's
like
very
that.
rare for you.
I like that. It's time we got a little seasoning at this Mayo party. When I met him, I was pleasantly surprised with how much diversity he had. He just is so diverse. And you know how I said that Romo was a miracle? Remember
Yes,
that?
I remember that.
I slurred that at a bar, and someone leaked the audio.
Yeah.
Now I say Christian Parker is a miracle.
Oh, how do you know?
He's a miracle. Well, let's see if he can win without any good players. If he does, he'll be a miracle.
Come on, you better go give some.
Well, you need to change that. You need to go out and get him some players.
You go get that man some players, man.
Nah, that's not my job.
You're the GM.
Well, I know, but I kind of wore myself out just finding a defensive coordinator. I ain't got energy to go find players now.
Oh, no.
Come on, let's not wish for too much now.
Well, just let Will Clay do that.
I need to let old Will Clay do that. He'll do
Call
it.
him in Will
He'll
Clay.
do it. I have a lot of faith
Will
in
Clay.
Will Clay.
Will Clay.
But hey, I got some bad news.
What's that?
I don't know if Jean and I are going to make it.
What?
Oh, come on.
She's been out there on that Bravo Eugenia with Captain Rex for an awfully long time. And when she holes up on that boat on the ocean, I hole up in the restroom at Ocean Prime. That's what I do.
Well,
I counter-program her.
Oh,
Counter-program it, and so that's where I am calling you right now. It's picture time for Uncle Jerry and his pretend niece at the restroom at the steakhouse.
All right, come on, stop it.
No, but can we please get back to Christian Parker?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why you guys let me divert you into the restroom there. But I knew going into this that I needed to have, number one, positivity.
Yep.
Positivity. And number two, I just needed to hire a coach that could call Shoddy's fake urban hypnotist out.
That's his job.
That's his job. That's his job. Now, hopefully, Shoddy will be a little bit more self-conscious doing all his hip talk in front of Christian Parker. It's just so cringy anytime Shoddy starts in with that.
The players seem to like it, though.
No, they don't like it. They fail smile when he starts talking that way. And hey, we only got a few more years until the big news hits.
What's that?
What's that?
When Stephen Walker Jones III is ready to take over for Dakota Rain Prescott.
He's not still playing quarterback.
He is our quarterback of the future.
Oh, my God.
Your grandson?
My grandson, Stephen Walker
I don't think
Jones,
that's-
Oswald III.
Oswald III.
He is going to take over for Dakota Rain, and then this will be a true family business.
Yeah, it would be.
A true family business. Of course, by then, I'm sure Charlotte will have grappled power of attorney over me and all my medical decisions due to me being declared incompetent. But until then, I tell you what, I'm going to hire every Christian Parker I can get a hold of.
Wait a minute. That's a double entendre.
Well, let's hope this one works out, Jerry.
It's going to work. It's going to work. And we're very excited. Today's a very busy day. We almost got the complete dome built over the Jones household in Highland Park, so we will avoid this whole winter-mageddon.
Oh, wow, you did that.
Dome your house.
That's right. We're going to have we'll be living in a biodome, tropical temperatures on the Jones campgrounds.
Well, lucky you.
Lucky me. Good morning, Jim.
All right, good morning to you.
Now.
There goes Jerry.
Jerry, man. Good morning. He got Jerry down packed, man. Yes, indeed. Boy, I know I needed that laugh this late at night, man. Oh, my gosh, man. That's crazy. That is flat out crazy. Congratulations to the DeMarcus Lawrence situation, man. Shout out to D-Law, man. It's crazy. Him and J. Lou, everybody who evacuated from the Cowboys did good, man, this year. To a small Costco sample size, even the guy with the hair, Eric Kendricks, right? He did good. Nashawn did good, even though it was kind of like 2 years removed, like a year and a half removed since he was here, right? Everybody did good. You know, who did bad that left the Cowboys? Did Chauncey Golston do anything? You know, because everybody, I know DA, he got hurt. That was a terrible hurt that happened to him. It's just crazy. I needed that laugh as well. This from Roy. Man, hey, that guy on 1310 the ticket, man, he did a great job of doing the Jerry. To some points, when I do it, I got to put a disclaimer out there and say that, you know, that's not Jerry. Trayvon Diggs, he didn't do good as well. Yeah. Trayvon Diggs did terrible. Now, if you go to Trayvon Diggs' IG, he's celebrating with Stephon Diggs. They going to the Super Bowl or what have you. They in the Sprinter, and they getting crunk with Cardi B and them. So shout out to them. Navell Gallimore, he did good. Yeah. McGovern went to the Bills. He did good. Man, everybody did good, man. Now don't y'all look. So this is the year we gonna do good, you know. Jeez. Ain't Jonathan Hankins still with the Seattle? I think they released him. Jordan Reed and Byron Murphy, Boye Mafa. That D-line for – let me just double-check, though, because I don't want to speak ill will of my guy. Let me go to the lineup, rosters, what have you. He may be still on the practice squad somewhere. Leonard Williams, Byron Murphy. That's a hell of a line, man. You know, that's where they kill you at. And I'm talking about if my guy that calls in, who's a diehard Seattle Seahawks fan, and he's a Law Nation fan, he calls in all the time. My guy, when he calls in, I'm going to give him his flowers. I gave him hell all last season when he called in. But, man, oh, man, let me pull this up right quick, making sure. And I know we out of the postseason talk because it's going to be the Super Bowl. But you know, it's the only guy I don't know. Uchenna Nulusa. How you say that man's name? Jerry Reed. That's a dog, Roll Tide. And then you got Byron Murphy, who even though he's a 3 tech, and it says he's 6'1", 308, This brother built to the ground like a damn little tree stump out there, and you can't even move him at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. And then you throw in Williams. If anything, none of these boys are like 380, 350. They're at that solid weight. They are all like at 30, 305, 308-ish. Like we got a similar thing with Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, and one can argue Osa Odighizuwa. We got similar, not the same, right? Eric, we talking about Eric. Yeah. The Seattle Seahawks fan. Eric, y'all know when Eric calls in, he does a great job of everything, right? And then you had D-Law. You got D-Law doing his thing. So as a rotational situation, and he's getting majority of the snaps now, so and it could be due to injuries or what have you. But shoot, that was the driving force of that particular team. And this dude right here, this kid right here, Man, D-Law made it to the Super Bowl before the Cowboys did. That's crazy. Not a Michigan man, by the way. Shout out to you, Johnny. Texas Longhorns, Byron Murphy. Byron Murphy is from also, I think he went to DeSoto High. So shout out to the DeSotos out there. Let me tell y'all who all work with my guy B-Tuck. And he got over 40 kids that he working with now. B-Tuck. And even with the Rams, he worked with Braden Fisk and all of them boys. They all work with Brandon Tucker down here in Dallas. So when Mozzie said, and I'm not beating you up, Mozzie. Shout out to you, Mama Mozzie. Don't come after me and pinch me again and all of this stuff. But what I'm saying is that when he refused to go work with Brandon Tucker, I mean, it's like, shoot, that's crazy, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. TA says this is Leon, TA, I'd rather have D-Law than Fowler. All right. Let me break down the D-Law thing. D-Law had injuries when he was here, right? And in his final season here, he had a little disagreements with a player, right? What really messed us up is that this whole point of disagreeancy, right? And the conversion rate, I think I touched on this the other day, is that when you lose a Jordan Lewis plus a DeMarcus Lawrence, them are veteran guys on your team, right? And then when you have other guys who say, hey, it's time for me to stand up and be the veteran now, and they fighting for money, and they got to move a certain way, it was difficult for this team to do this number, jail. The leaders on this defensive team were guys that wasn't even on the field. That was part of the problem too. And I know we skid mark on the bottom end of most people's feet. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's crazy. So that's just what happened there. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not making up any words. You know, don't short me because your vocabulary not long enough. Shoot, I articulated my words correctly on what I said. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't come after me. Expect the unexpected. 13. I articulated my words really, really well here. You know what I'm saying? So if you elucidated a little slowly on your end, that's on you. Yeah. And if I did made something, that's the Mississippi native tongue. Come on with it, man. So leave me alone. I'm just messing with you. Expect the unexpected. 13. Appreciate you. Are you Dante Fowler? And I'm just messing with you. But overall, collectively, Cowboys Nation, that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. All together. But D-Law, don't you go win no Super Bowl now. Now we're going to be really talking about you in a good way. But we should have paid D-Law and kept J-Lou. The only problem is with that is that a lot of people were out a little bit on J-Lou from what I read and from what I was watching when we go live or sometimes. A lot of y'all were out on J-Lou. A lot of y'all was like, hey, it's time to move on. And now that you got your wishes, some people reneging, and that just goes with it. Right? So, and it's going to be the same thing about some other player that plays for this team. But neither here nor there. I'm not going to keep y'all much longer. Just wanted to talk to you guys. Go Cowboys. Can't pay everybody. But that person that I didn't bring up his name, it was two guys that's on this team that was saying that, hey, we're going to be more of a leader. We're going to do more things to have a camaraderie, right? We're going to behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It's like precious oil poured upon thy head that went to the beard, that type of conversation. Down to the sandals or the hems of the garments. That never happened, that never materialized. Those two individuals, believe it or not, it's not even on this team anymore. They have no affiliation. Their key card, do not let them back in the yard, So that's crazy. So now we got to have a new leader over Sean. And then we got to have a different leader because the two leaders on defense right now, the veteran leader is Malik Hooker in the secondary unit. The other leader is for the middle of the pack is Overshown. And your D-line leader is Osa Odighizuwa. Now, I don't make the leader rules, but those are the guys that pretty much rally together on the defensive side. Now, there needs to be somebody else that can stand tall in this mix, and I don't know who will it be. So, at this point, Quinnen Williams, he's going to have some work to be done. If he's going to be the de facto leader, he got to learn everybody. He got to understand their weaknesses. He got to understand what gets them going. And then the next time they out there on that battlefield, we leave nothing out there. We say to ourselves,
You really adopted the dark. I was born in it.
got to figure out a way to be boldly and say, week one, we dominated. Don't do what like Perrion Winfrey did. I have a clip of Perrion Winfrey before the season kickoff. He was saying what he's going to do out there on the field. And I have yet to see him make a meaningful play out there on the field a whole entire 18 weeks. Or 17 weeks. But what I'm getting at is that the draft is right around the corner. Christian Parker got to get his hands dirty on the free agency aspect of it. And if we want to get if we want to cover, now that's not a word. If you want to cover any ground or get close to what the Patriots are doing and get close to what the Seattle Seahawks are doing, you better start working hard now and realize and understand that you don't have to be in every meeting, Jerry. You don't have to discuss every plan of action, Jerry and Steven. Got to stay focused. Keep your head high all the way through the finish. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. DC for life, not for short. See y'all in the AM. Let's get it. Peace. Got to build a plane as we fly, baby. I forgot to do this. We gonna build it, baby. Mama said that there'll be days, literally, just like this.
just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, yeah. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Until next time, DC for life.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah, count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clothes. Yeah. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. I don't really in the field. Let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Are you not entertained? Are you not
Lately,
entertained?
I just wanna run it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
If we offended anyone, charge it to my beard, not my heart. DC for life, not for sure. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember,